Okay, we've gone over glazing smaller items, but now I have a larger item I want to glaze. And so this presents certain problems. You know, there's a lot of different ways we could glaze it. I could take it and dip it sideways into a color and then turn it and dip it sideways into another color, but that doesn't really go with the design I have. And I can't use the tongs on larger pieces. It's too difficult to hold the weight with those tongs. So what I'm gonna do is I'm going to pour the glaze to the inside, swish it around, and dump it out. Now you don't wanna leave the glaze in there very long because the pot will absorb too much glaze. So as always, you need to stir. And remember that stirring takes quite a bit. So now it's changed consistency. It looks all the same thickness, sort of like a melted milkshake. But now I need to pour glaze to the inside of my pot. So I'm going to take my pitcher and dump it in. My pot is on the bucket next to it, or you can set it on a chair. And I'm going to pour the pitcher inside. Now you need to be quick about this. You don't want the glaze to sit in there. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to rotate it, but as I rotate it, I'm going to dump it out. So now you can see I have the whole inside of the pot glazed. Now I do have some problems here, and those are little drips that I have that will show up. So as a solution, I might dip this top part in that same color. Or I might take this here and make it a different color, or maybe the whole outside will be the same color as the inside. And then I'll go through and paint these guys a different color with another layer. So now I'm letting it dry, and you can see that, you know, it's the first coat of something, so it's fairly dry. So now what I'm going to do, and I'm going to dip it in the same color. So I'm going to take it like this. And again, don't hold it in there very long. You have to dip it quickly. So I'm going to take it, and you will need to push it down into the glaze, a little effort. And I'm not going to go all the way up to the top, and then kind of shake it off. It's okay if you get glaze on the table, so you can set it there to dry. And now I have another decision to make. Do I want to dip that lip or that top part in a different color? For me, for this one, for this example, I'm going to put one layer of all the same color. So then the problem that I have to solve is, how do I get glaze onto that lip now? So I have one coat here, and now I have to get glaze onto that lip. So what I'm going to do is take it, turn it over, and just dip that top part in and take it out. Now I shake it off so that I don't get drips. If you do get drips, it's not the end of the world. Okay, so now I have glazed my pot all one color. I have the inside, I have the outside, and it's all one layer. Now if you have a lot of carving on your pot, you're not going to want to put a second layer on there. Some people think that you have to have 2 layers on, and you don't. My design is pretty strong, so the glaze isn't going to fill it in. So a really nice solution might be just to dip that lip, turn it over, and dip it into another color. And then this part would be the 2 colors, and this part would be the single color. If you're, detail oriented, you can take a dish of glaze back to your spot, and I could paint all these different colors, right? Or I could fill them in with a little bit of glaze, or I could paint another glaze on top of here. Some people do really like wiping a glaze off and then painting it different colors, but it really does take time. And anytime you use a sponge to wipe a glaze off and paint a different color on, you have to let it dry at least 24 hours before doing that. So lots of options. Keep it simple. As always, don't make it too complex. Make sure you wash the bottom off and then put it on the cart to be fired. All right, good luck.